talking. So I decided to do a long hair talking live because, look, the last few days I feel like I've been running out of time. Like some people. And I'm not, I feel like everybody is a different kind of, like, I'm not saying, I think everybody's unique in their own ways, but I feel like there's like certain overarching themes on the YouTubes, all right? So I feel like people who started YouTube in the beginning, like way back in the days, like I've been on YouTube on two different channels in different incantations since 2008. Like my first channel, California Art and Mountain Life. And I guess if I had focused on really making my videos honed in and edited, which recently I'm kind of wanting to experiment with doing more edited videos on this channel and my first channel, California Art and Mountain Life. And the reason being is I always have felt like lives actually were easier to do, okay, than an edited video. Well, yes and no. Recently, I have not been a fan of YouTube not keeping the comment atmosphere clean because look, YouTube is supposed to be a place for people of all ages. And I want people of all ages to feel comfortable on my channel. And you know, I do have women, like I've had some, and I know we're not supposed to talk about this. Some people are like, well, don't talk about like things that don't really pertain to you. All I'm gonna say is this. Looking at my demographics right now, in this last year and a half, on my YouTube channel, when it comes down to who's watching my channel, it's been about 53% men and 49% women. So I do have women that actually watch my channel. I have friends who watch my channel. And I think some people, they do YouTube a little bit different, especially in the hair space. They're very good at curated, edited videos. And recently, like, I'm kind of wanting, like, I have made edited videos on and off over the years, but I'm kind of like playing around and experimenting more with it. And like I do feel like there could be egregious uses of AI, but I kind of like using AI just for music in the background. Like I just have all my own video, like everything I do, I don't use filters. But the only thing I've used AI for is to like make songs for my videos. And the reason being is in long form content, YouTube doesn't like you to play like copyrighted songs. And in the shorts you kind of get away with it, but I kind of feel like I would kind of like to not to. And you know, I never even felt like you needed to have music on videos, but I feel like this started becoming more of a thing when there was an emphasis on YouTube being more edited. And I get it. Some people I feel like are in the entertainment industry, and then some people are like, oh, but everybody tells a story with YouTube. But then I asked ChatGPT about this. I said, is every YouTube channel a story? And I'm like, yes. Every YouTube channel is a story. And this is the story. It's whatever somebody wants to share. It doesn't have to be a specific format, okay? It does not have to be a specific format. So that's one thing. And then I'm not like a tutorial channel. Like I do like some hair tutorials in mini format or in shorts, but like in general, en general, my channel is not really tutorial. My channel is like a long hair journey inspiration slash entertainment channel. But I don't like the people who think that they can use the YouTubes to make salacious, X-rated commentary. Because YouTube is not here for that, okay? There are spicy sites where people can go make comments like that. And it's not fair. Like, that's actually one of the reasons, too, recently I've been going live less is because YouTube. Like, you should filter out that stuff a little bit more. And I know we have some people that go on YouTube and they're posting more like adult content, but you're not really supposed to. That's YouTube TOS. Like, you're not supposed to post stuff like that. And I think some people think it's an invitation. And I love to talk about the beauty of long hair. Men like compliment me on my dresses, but the guys that like get gross about it, make X-rated comments, not fair. Because YouTube's for people of all ages, and anybody should feel comfortable. And some people I feel like wouldn't feel comfortable because you want to leave comments like that. Like, that's why, if you notice, I don't really interact with people who act super creepy and borderline. Like, sometimes I can tell, like, oh, they might like my channel, maybe they have a good intention, but if you notice, I just don't really interact with them. Like, there's several different people who comment on my channel where I like genuinely appreciate them, but there are some characters that I don't think they get it. Like, I never really interact with them because they don't know how to be a strong cookie. If you really love somebody's channel, you're going to start listening to their words, their thoughts, engaging with their content in a real way, and having a respect that YouTube's for everybody. It's not for you to leave your creepy sauce, applesauce comments, It's just not. And it's not fair. So sometimes I feel like going live less because, well, I've done lots of videos doing that where after I wash my hair. But here's the thing. I have, like, if you have to go into the comment section and you have to, personally, I'm a DIY YouTuber in many ways. I DIY my hair, I DIY my lifestyle. I don't have moderators per se. Like, there was one guy for a while, like, he was kind of moderating my videos, but I don't know. I haven't talked to him for a while, and he was like saying I had to notify him before I went live, but I'm not that kind of YouTuber. I don't plan it out. Some people are like, when are you planning a live next? Guess what? I just go with the flow with my YouTube channel. Some people don't like that. Some people are like, what? You don't have a schedule? No. Because there's plenty of schedules. You have a work schedule, you have a school schedule, you have a bus schedule, you have a train schedule. I think YouTube needs to be your fun times. And that's kind of one thing I love about the TikToks is it's just so casual. You get to post like whenever you want. People post all the time, and it's just fun. Like, I do like long form content here on YouTube, and I am making a few more edited videos lately, and I have in the past. But yeah, I'm never gonna be one of those kind of people that just has a very curated. But it's funny because like, that was the thing for a while. Like, they were pushing oh, we want authenticity. But it's like, it's staged authenticity. But real authenticity, in my view, real authenticity is you just talk to the camera and you're real. Okay, so let's be real here. Why do I have long hair? I have long hair because I love it. I have long hair because my mom, her hair was never as long as mine. It was just like, I think the longest her hair was to her lower back. She has fine hair, but she has a lot of it, whereas I have thick hair and a lot of it. So we have slightly different hair types. But her grandmother, who is my namesake, Julia, her last name is Shelton, was an amazing woman. Like, her hair, she was tall, okay? So my grandpa was 6 foot, my nephew is 6 foot, and my great grandmother, like the height thing, they get it from my mom's side of the family, not me. Like, I take after the Syrian side. I'm 5'2". Like, I take after my dad's side height wise, but on my mom's side, they immigrated here in the early 1700s. Like, they're mostly English with some German and maybe Dutch, French, and Sweet. But I would say mostly English. Like, a lot of people in the U.S. have more English ancestry than they realize if they're mostly white, having had ancestors that immigrated to America in the 16 or 1700s. A lot of people are more English than they think. America actually, like, the white Americans are actually very English. Like, a lot of Americans don't want to admit that because it was a whole thing with the American Revolution. Like, we're American, but if you do your DNA research, genealogy, take a DNA test, and if you have some white ancestry going back to colonial America, a lot of people do have German ancestry, but the bulk of it is English, some Irish, some Scottish, but English very heavily. My mom's ancestry is mostly English, but she had a grandmother, Julia Shelton, who had very long hair. She was like 6 foot. Her hair, even though she was probably mostly English ancestry, was jet black. There are people of English ancestry that have black hair. And some people are like, oh, that's not possible. But yeah, there are. I don't know. She had black hair. She was like 6 foot and knee length hair. And she had cut it a couple times. So she definitely had genetics to grow hair long. That's one thing in my background, like on my mom's side, like the long hair. My hair does grow. I would say the thickness is more from like my dad's side, like the thicker texture. Because my mom has a lot of hair, but she has finer hair type. So, yeah, the ability to grow super long hair, I got that from my maternal side. But on the other hand, yes, I have that in my genetics. But both of my sisters have long hair, but their hair has never been as long as mine.